Hey everyone, Tuesday, November 15th, 2016, and it's time to go to work on music. Today's an interesting day because I've been preparing really um, hard for this show that was supposed to be mid-December, so about a month away, and it was kind of getting into crunch time, and then the folks who were hosting it decided that wasn't the right day, so then they wanted to know if I wanted to push it back, and so we did. So now there's a little bit less outside pressure on the music time, and so I'm sort of wondering how to prioritize now. I think what I'm going to do today, although I may adjust this, is just continue to work on the show as if it were going to happen, capitalize on the time that I set aside to do it, get the show done, and then just move on as I normally would have if the show were on the 17th, and then just re-rehearse the show as the actual date gets closer. So that's the plan I'm sticking with for now. I may adjust that. Excuse me, going forward. But for now, let's get to work. Okay, spent some time working through my learning how to learn class there. That class is going great. Just working through a summary video of the last module of the class. And then I was also working on some genre-based research. I'm really working on trying to classify my sound well, first of all, accurately, and second of all, in a way that actually might connect with terms people are searching for. I mean, it's a very new thing for me as a musician to think about marketing and think about classifying my sound, not just on my own terms, but maybe in terms that other people can really relate to. It's kind of a funny thing to think about, but it's a definitely delicate process. But I'm getting closer. You know, it's been hours, for sure, hours and hours of like listening to different sound sources, exploring different genres, listening to example bands of those genres, and trying to drill down not just from the umbrella genre, which is relatively easy to categorize, and maybe even subgenre. That's definitely where I'm getting a little stuck. And then once I get the subgenre right, I want to just move down to the niche level, and I think that's going to be fine for right now. But the idea behind finding a niche genre is especially as a newer artist, it's better to be a big fish in a small pond rather than a small fish in a big pond. Like if I were to just categorize my music as rock, if someone's searching on the internet for new rock music and they would theoretically be fans of my music, but they can't find me because I'm just buried under all the bands that are just have millions of dollars of marketing behind them that are called rock or alternative rock or something, then that isn't great from a marketing perspective. Now, from an artistic perspective, it's a totally different thing. But if we're talking from a business perspective, you know, this stuff really starts to matter. So this is a new thing for me. Like I said, I'm still getting comfortable with it myself, but I'm very hopeful that I'll be able to find a really nice harmony between my artistic goals and my business goals. And if I can't, you know, that's fine. But might as well give it a shot. So now I'm going to move on to some drum practice. Okay, finished up a good drum practice session there. It took a little bit longer than I thought. As you probably saw, I was making a lot of adjustments in my setup because this is a brand new setup of as of only a few days ago, and that's only the second or third time I think that I've played on it. And my previous setup I had for like 4 years, and I was practicing almost every day, and so it's just taken a while for me to make the adjustment, and I want to take it easy on myself because I'm making a lot of adjustments in my practice routine right now. But yeah, it was overall very positive. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good about the change. I mean, it's going to make live performance way easier, and I'll do a separate video on the exact setup. But as you could see in that shot, it's way simpler than the setup that I was using before, which you can see in some of the videos on my main channel. But the idea is just to make live performance easier, get the gear around easier, and this eliminates like 50 pieces of gear that I would have to move around. So it just makes live performance a lot more palatable as an option, which I'm happy about. But yeah, it definitely went a little bit longer than I thought I would. I also just took a little break and did some reading. So I still have about 10 minutes left in my session, so I'm going to use that to move forward on a song real quick, but I'm probably going to end the video here. Just appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.